How the heck are you? Okay, this time I'm going to give you a moment to respond. Doing well? Awesome. Doing not so well? Well, keep on listening to these shows and taking action, and you can change that. Trust me. I've seen many people do it, done it myself. Welcome back to the DNA program. It's time for more of those great motivational conversations, because this is Your Success at Last DNA from yoursuccessatlast.com. That motivational oomph that you're going to need every single day, those core inspirational building blocks to help you get what you need to get done. Now, building off yesterday's conversation, really I can lead right into today's question. What do you want or need to change? Think about it. There are so many things in your world that you probably want to tweak or radically revamp to get you where you really want to be. And I know there are places you want to be, because people that listen to a show like this don't want to stay where they are. They are not just trying to maintain. You're really looking for something, whatever it is. It could be just to be better at what it is you're already doing. Maybe you want to do something completely different. All right? So the question becomes, what do you want or need to change? Now, is one of those things that you want to change a habit? You see, unless you're perfect, you probably have habits or a habit that drives you nuts, or maybe even drives other nuts. You see, the conflicting nature of bad habits makes them challenging to overcome. So the question is, what is your bad habit? Typically, top bad habits that tend to get indulged in are things like overeating, eating unhealthy foods, smoking, chewing tobacco, lying around on the sofa, or things like nail biting. So habits just range. There could be procrastination. It could be that you just put off a big project. Again, it's procrastination. But everything else in your world, you do just fine. Not paying your bills on time. The list is endless. But the good news is that whatever negative habit you have the power to change it if you want to. Or you can just completely leave it behind. Perhaps you probably want to do both. Let's do a little changing, then leave it behind. So let's consider some of the strategies I want to share with you for an inspiration to break that negative habit right now. Now, the first thing I want you to think about is, let's not get overwhelmed. A lot of people have taken on a habit and just got so overwhelmed because I want to change my diet, and they do everything in a day. And some people can do that. Don't get me wrong. But let's try a different tactic of not getting overwhelmed. Realize your goal is more to simply decrease the occurrence of the negative behavior. Maybe you don't want to chop that evil dragon off at the head. Maybe you just want to clip away at his wings for a bit first. And as you endeavor to gradually reduce the behavior, you'll feel better. You'll gain more control. You'll build the confidence that you'll need to eventually lop off the head of that habit. All right? The next thing is to focus on maybe, here we go, goal setting at Tracy. I know. Focus on daily mini goals to help you make small adjustments. Let's say, keep it simple, something like you're eating too many carbohydrates, or you've been told that by your doctor. You just realize it. Perhaps you're having 2 bowls of cereal in the morning, and you're having 2 sandwiches at lunch, and you want to look at a way to reduce your carbs, and bread is one of those ways. So but here's the thing: you're caught in that vicious cycle. It's a habit for you to eat those 2 bowls in the morning and have those 2 sandwiches. So what you can do is break it down into little mini goals to reduce your carb intake by making a small change. And these small changes will help you get motivated to turn around and really lop off that head of that negative habit. So if I build on this example to reduce the breads in your world, what you can do is, let's start with at lunch. Right? Instead of eating 2 sandwiches, maybe you cut it down to a sandwich and a half. Or maybe you cut it down to 1 sandwich and you add some extra meat, throw in some cheese, add some vegetables to your sandwich. You'll still have that filling lunch, and you literally have just reduced your bread intake by 50%. And after you've persevered at altering this habit with your sandwiches for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, where you feel solid, okay, I got a handle on this one, right? Then you can set the next mini goal of altering that second bowl of cereal. Maybe you just chop off one of the bowls of cereal and add some fruit into that. Right now, you're feeling optimistic because wow, you've reduced your carb intake, and guess what? If you're adding those vegetables and this fruit, you're eating better, and you're feeling whole awesome about yourself at this point. Okay, so mini goals is a great tactic to use. Another one is, let's call them time intervals. Use time intervals to control your negative habits. Maybe your negative habit is smoking. The first thing you're going to want to know is how many cigarettes you're smoking in a day. Let's say you're smoking 20 cigarettes a day. So if you're awake 16 hours, you're smoking slightly more than 1 cigarette an hour. So make it easy on yourself. Start with 1 cigarette an hour. During your first day, you'll reduce your intake by 4 cigarettes. And if you're smoking 20 a day, you already dropped down 20%. Okay, so that's progress. By the end of the week, you'll have smoked literally 28 cigarettes less than you normally do. That's over a pack. Now, see, you can start feeling that motivation on your path to being smoke-free, right? So now you get a handle on that, and you feel comfortable. Now you wean it back a little bit more. Maybe you make it an hour and a half or an hour and 15 minutes, whatever length you're comfortable with. Just start stepping it back. And before you know it, you'll be down to smoking, 1 cigarette every 4 hours. That's 4 cigarettes a day. Somewhere in there, as that confidence builds and you get control, you'll feel, you know what? I can make this decision. I'm just going to stop smoking altogether. In the meantime, this 1 day at a time method, it will work for you. Now, as you start trying these little tips and these techniques, one thing I really like to leave in place, and a lot of people forget it, is to reward yourself. See, whichever method you're using, however you're attacking getting rid of a bad habit, you need to reward yourself for your successes. All right, so here's something you can try. Daily, get one of those calendars that's got the big blocks for each day and hanging up on the wall. They're everywhere. You can go online and just grab a standard calendar with the big spaces for writing and just print it off. You don't have to go out and buy a calendar. The idea is I want you to document on your calendar every day how you did. And if you met your goal, you met your mini goal, or you met your time goal, write the little code in there, MMG, met my goal, okay, or met mini goal, whatever you want to call it, for each and every day. And then next to that, I want you to jot down the number of times that you actually did the negative behavior. How many cigarettes did you smoke? How many sandwiches did you eat? How many, hours did you sit on the couch when you wanted to be out working? This method works really well in things like reducing smoking, chewing tobacco, nail-biting behaviors, procrastination, right? The idea is after a week, and then after 2 weeks, and then after the month, you can use this calendar information to determine if you've been successful at least 75% of the time in reducing your negative behavior. If so, reward yourself. This is going to strengthen, the whole carrot and the stick thing, right? You got that little carrot, you're going to keep moving forward. It's going to strengthen your further efforts to break the habit. Perhaps it's something like you enjoy an afternoon of fishing, or you take part in one of your favorite hobbies. It could be as simple as something just go out and buy a new bottle of nail polish for the ladies, or a lot of you guys like to golf, banging a new bucket of golf balls out there on the driving range, or going out and enjoying an afternoon of golf with your friends. Whatever the reward is for you, perhaps just spending an extra special evening with the one you love. I don't know what it is. Something that will motivate you. The side benefit of this type of tracking is that you'll probably find what I'll call slide back patterns. As you look at the calendar, maybe you see every Wednesday the number of occurrences of your habit jumps up. Well, what's happening on Wednesday that's causing this, right? Maybe you're going out to lunch every Wednesday with this one friend, and that one friend smokes. So you add 2 or 3 cigarettes to your smoking. Or maybe on Wednesday something happened. There's a project at work, and every Wednesday there's that meeting, and that's adding the stress, and you slide back into your natural patterns. Or maybe the weekend is your problem. You see, seeing these patterns is going to help you enhance your mini goals right? Enhance your time intervals, or just enhance your awareness to help you further alter that habit. See, here's the thing. Getting rid of a habit, yeah, it's a challenge. I get it. But you can break your negative habit by using these 1 day at a time or 1 hour at a time techniques. Or you can just get out of your normal environment. See, that alone will cause you to change. See, here's the thing. Drinking, smoking, overeating, no exercising, and procrastination types of things you do in your natural environment. You might say you even do them instinctively. You do them habitually, right? I know, they're a habit. Habitually makes sense. But you won't do them so easily when you're, out of town, visiting friends, or just in another place, like even working late. Usually your habits are a little different when you're working late outside the normal hours. So here's an example. If you know someone who drinks, or they're a drug addict and they've broken it, here's the thing about drinking and drugs. They're literally, if you break it down, just chemically perpetuated habits. Once they are clean of the chemicals, there's still that emotional connection, which is further assisted by their friends, their environment, and their rituals that they had. So often, if they don't break away from those, they go right back what they used to, and they go right back what they used to without the drugs and without the drinking. But that obviously increases the danger of that habit coming right back. So, the question becomes, what do you do to fix this? Yeah, I can hear you already now. You go someplace else and you do something else. You literally just leave it behind. Just leave it. If you don't work out, you don't even simply taking a walk around your block and you're just sitting at home not going to the gym, then get out of your home. Go to the gym. Move from that non-working out environment into a working out environment. It fixes it just like that. If it's something like smoking, like we were talking about earlier, go to places where they don't allow smoking. And that's really getting easy these days, right? Have some bad influences in your life? Well, then disconnect from them. Shed those friends that are not supportive of your positive change. Move. That's an option. No, really, it is an option. I mean, if it meant enough to you, you would get up and you'd move. Trust me, I've had my dark days in my 50-plus years on this planet, and I literally moved to disconnect from the people I had been associating with during those dark days. Another example could be a bad working environment. Leave it. Yep, I've done that too. Negative school environment? Leave it. You can just leave it behind. If you're actively working to stop a bad habit, it's not running from it. See, you're so rooted in your routines guiding you every single day, you might not even see it because those rituals and behaviors, they just kick in. And walking away from it, or even pulling away a little at a time, feels really uncomfortable because it's so ingrained in who you are that this change is uncomfortable, right? Yeah. So trust me, use these ideas to pull away, gain your confidence, gain your control, and finally walk away from the habit or even the environment and that way that you're doing things, or you can just change. You'll have a heck of a time. You'll have to work twice as hard to get that habit back into your life if you just change. If you just pull away, get your control, and pull away from doing the things that you have been doing and just change, you'll have to work twice as hard to get it back into your life because it'll just disappear. It will. I've done it personally, and I've seen it time and time again. All right, so you shoot at those, you give those a shot. I'm telling you, try the time intervals is huge. It's a great way. You can actually set an alarm on your iPhone, on your computer, or whatever, or break it down by pieces like the sandwich example. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about relativity. Wow, that's great speaking. Relativity, and why everything is relative in your life. See you then. Think successfully. Take action. Bye-bye.